What's up guys, welcome to Play Infinite, your source for technology news, reviews, unboxing, and more. So in this video I wanted to talk about the Microsoft Surface tablets that they unveiled on June 18th, 2012 via that random Microsoft event. Anyways, in this video I want to compare the Windows RT tablet to the Windows 8 Pro tablet just because I got a lot of viewers and a lot of subscribers for my Microsoft Surface video. Like tons of subscribers came in after that video, so I want to keep you guys engaged, keep you guys with good content. So that's why I'm updating you guys on these videos. So let's go ahead and compare the Windows RT and the Pro tablet. If you saw that video, it'll be very similar. However, in this I go over some availability, and that's pretty much it. Like you don't need to watch this video if you watch that video. Let me just say that right off the bat. However, I think I go into more detail. I'm gonna go into more details. Anyways, let's talk about the Windows RT tablet first. So it has a processor. It uses the NVIDIA Tegra 3 based ARM chip. So there's a difference between the Pro and the RT right there. That is one of the biggest differences because the Pro using an Intel Core i5 Ivy Bridge processor chipset and versus the ARM chipset. So there is a huge difference in terms of the architecture, how they built, how the apps are going to be programmed for them. A lot of differences there, and that's something to keep in mind. The ARM chip is kind of more locked into Microsoft stuff. You have to use like Windows Store, stuff like that. You can't download other internet browsers. You have to use Metro apps or something. There's a lot of different restrictions on the ARM chip. And also one more thing is that previous Windows apps cannot be used on the ARM processor. So the Windows RT tablet cannot make use of all the other all the other whatever amount of apps that people created for Windows 8, 7, whatever so far. So that's all gone. You can't use it. However, for the Core i5 version, obviously it's an Ivy Bridge. You can use previous apps. So that's something to keep in mind if you're interested in that. As we move on to weight and dimensions a bit, there's a bit of a difference here. So you'll notice that the ARM chip is actually thinner, lighter, and in terms of feel, it's probably going to be better because it weighs in at 676 grams, whereas the Windows 8 Pro Intel version weighs in at 903 grams. So there's quite a bit of difference there, and especially when you look at thickness, the Tegra ARM chip is 9.3 millimeters, and the Windows 8 Pro with the Ivy Bridge is 13.5 millimeters. So you're getting a pretty hefty difference in terms of thinness. So if you want thin tablets, you might want to lean towards the ARM chip side. Anyways, that's the whole point of this video. I wanted to kind of help you just know about these tablets as well as kind of make your decision. Of course, you have like tons more months. You have like 5 months or whatever until Microsoft announces it. Releases it. So I just want to help you guys right off the bat. Display, they both come with a 10.6-inch display. They're both clear type capacitive touch panels. However, you'll notice that there's a difference between the resolution. The resolution on the ARM chip is HD, however it is only 720p HD. The Windows 8 Pro tablet is full 1080p capacitive touch HD, so you're gonna have a really nice resolution. Of course, it's not up to par with the iPad, but you're still gonna get a nice PPI and whatever that calculates out to be. Anyways, as we move on to battery life, again, the Windows 8 Pro tablet is a bit better here because you're getting 42 watt hours of battery, whereas the Windows 8 Windows RT version is only 31.5. So again, a hefty difference here, and that's kind of why it weighs more. It's more thicker and stuff like that. HD screen, better battery, a couple more ports, better ports. So that's what's the differences there. So as we move on to input output ports, let's go ahead, and you'll notice that the Windows 8 Pro tablet is quite a bit better. It offers mostly the same ports, however just better variants of them. So the Windows RT tablet offers Windows RT tablet offers the micro SD port, USB 2.0 port, micro HD video, and 2x2 MIMO antenna. However, the Windows 8 Pro Ivy Bridge Core i5 processor tablet offers a micro SD XC, so a slight bit upgrade there. And again, in terms of USB transfer data speed, you're getting much more with the iCore version because it is a USB 3.0 versus the 2.0 on the RT tablet. So again, some differences here. Also, you're getting a mini display port on the Windows 8 Pro tablet, and you're still getting that 2x2 MIMO antenna. So there's quite a bit of difference here. Again, this is all going back to the weight, the thickness, and what they could fit in the actual form factor or the actual tablet. And as for software, again, I already went over it, but there's a huge difference. Sorry, and there's a huge difference, and that is Windows RT versus the Windows 8 Pro. So I already went over in depth between the two, but basically it's like the compatibility, what apps you can use, your restrictions, all that is what's going to hold you down for the Windows RT version. However, if you opt for the RT version, you're getting a free copy of Microsoft Office Home and Student 2013 RT model. So even in Office, you can notice that there's a difference between the RT version and the Windows 8 Pro version, because obviously that's just how the processors are set up and that's the architecture of it. And that's basically it. So let's move on to accessories now, because there is a bit of differences, like a few differences, but not too much to cover. They're both covering with the touch cover, which I'm probably gonna give my opinion on the touch cover and type cover in a future video here at Playinfinite, so stay tuned to that. But both come with the touch cover, type cover, and the Vapor Mag case and stand, so that's all included with your tablet, so that's definitely nice to see. Of course, the Vapor Mag case and stand is obviously going to be included. That's the entire body of the tablet. It's non-removable. I mean, like, you can't remove it. It's not like an accessory. You can't really remove it or anything. That's the tablet. I don't know why they put that under accessories. Anyways, the type cover, the touch cover, those are accessories. So those are included with whatever model you get. Of course, that's expected because, well, that's the whole point of this tablet. That's what the standout feature is. However, with the Windows 8 Pro version, you are going to be getting a bit more value because you're getting the pen with the palm block. So what the palm block is basically when you're writing with the pen and you accidentally hit your palm down on the screen, it won't detect your palm, so it won't recognize it, won't cancel your writing, whatever you're writing. It'll still recognize the pen, and that's because it has a dual digitizer, and that's one is for your fingerprints and one is for the actual the ink, digital ink. So that's how Microsoft is able to do that, but that's just the technical details behind it, the brief technical details behind it. As we move on to capacity, they're both coming with the 64GB model, but however, the RT tablet comes in a 32GB variant, and the Windows 8 Pro tablet comes in a larger 128GB variant. No 32 for the Windows 8 Pro and no 128 for the RT. So there's a difference there. Availability, Microsoft didn't really announce too much details there. They didn't really go into details about availability or pricing. I have absolutely no information on pricing, but I'll give my opinion. How about that? But I'm gonna expand on it in another video, but I'll just give my opinion briefly now. But anyways, availability, Microsoft did announce that it's gonna be around fall 2012. That's exactly what they said, around. So we have no like firm release date. And for the Pro, that was for the RT version, and for the Pro version, they said that it's coming 3 months after Windows 8 launches this fall. So again, fall 2012, of course, but 3 months after. So that's very sad. It might go into 2012. It might stay into 2000 and it might go into 2013 or 2012. We don't know how it's going to turn out. Anyways, like I said, pricing, they didn't announce anything. All they said was that it's going to be similar to, well, the Windows 8 Pro version is going to be similar to Ultrabook pricing, and the RT version is going to be similar to just regular Windows 8 RT tablet. So that's what the pricing that they said for that for you there. But I'm going to kind of expand on it and give my opinion. So what I think is that the Windows 8 Pro tablet is actually going to cost around $700. That's where I would guess. I was going to say put my money, but that wouldn't work. Anyways, that's where I would guess that the Windows 8 Pro is going to cost. $700 is a lot for a tablet. Of course, it's a lot. However, this is kind of like a hybrid tablet PC thing, so it might be worth your money. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how well the productivity is, because that's what it all comes down to. Windows is known for productivity. Windows PCs. That's the only reason I would go to a Windows tablet. But if they don't have that, why would I go for a Windows 8 tablet when I could just go for an iPad or Android tablet or anything else? I expect a nice level of productivity there. And if that works out, then I would definitely get it. It's worth $700. It's worth $800 even, because it's kind of like your alternative for an Ultrabook. So up to $800, that's what I would say for the Pro tablet. However, for the Windows RT tablet, it should be significantly less because it's using an ARM chip. That's one thing. It is a lot thinner, lighter, all that type of stuff, but it has a lot less specs in it. It has much lower battery. It has a 720p versus 1080p, USB 2.0 last gen standards, micro SD only. It comes with Office, sure, but that's really not going to cost too much for Microsoft in the first place. So that's the only thing, and especially it comes with RT. Like a lot of people will go against that. So those are the things that kind of make it, and it doesn't even come with the pen. So those are the things that kind of make it the price go down a bit, and I think it's going to go down fairly. It's going to be half the price of a Windows 8 Pro tablet. That's what I think. Of course, I want to get my hands on a Windows 8 RT tablet, test it out, and then maybe sell it or something, and then go get the Windows 8 Pro tablet later on. Of course, I'll guarantee you I'll have my hands on both of these tablets very soon. Once Microsoft does release it in fall of 2012, I'll get my hands on it and report back to you guys with an unboxing, reviews, whatever, battery tests, whatever you guys want, comparisons with Android tablets, hands-on comparisons. So stay tuned to all that here at Play Infinite. But again, like I said, the Windows 8 RT tablet is probably going to cost around maybe $400. That's where I would guess 400 versus 700 or whatever for the Windows 8 Pro tablet. That's my guess only, so keep in mind that's not official data. So stay tuned to Play Infinite for more updates on Windows 8 tablets in general, on Microsoft Surface tablets. I'll keep you guys up to date on anything I hear, whether it's leaks, rumors, or official announcements leading up to the fall 2012 release date. So stay tuned to Play Infinite. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you guys on board here at Play Infinite. We make a lot of tech videos on Galaxy S3, One X, a lot of news videos, and even a bit of gaming here and there. So stay tuned to Play Infinite. Subscribe if you like this video. Leave a comment and question down below in the comment section if you want to know more about this. If you have any questions or anything like that, I can't answer all of them, of course, but I could try my best. So stay tuned to Play Infinite. Subscribe, and I hopefully will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Later.